For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially our new teammates. We're really excited about you, our brand partners, and what this opportunity is going to do for you if you so desire to partner with us and help us realize this big dream that we have in front of us. So you guys, again, my name is Verdita Monk. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm so excited to be partnered with a group of people who have vision, who have goals, who see the big picture, and it's very important for us to surround ourselves with people like that. So that's who you are, and so I'm very fortunate to be. Now, what if I could ask everybody, if you don't mind, just go ahead and mute yourself so we won't have any distractions on this call. And so what I'm going to be doing tonight, listen, we're going to have some locker room talk, but also there are some people, as we know, every week we get new people. So every once in a while, I like to refresh the memory of the people who are on board, but I also want to enlighten the people who are just getting started on what they really have their hands on. And so I'm going to talk about the Power of Six, which is a system that, we've been working with for a while now. And the purpose of that Power Six system is to allow us to maximize, let me get this thing out of the way, to maximize our opportunity call. Our opportunity, you guys. Okay, so I'm sorry, my screen is acting a little, let me get my full PowerPoint up. There we go. It's a simple duplicatable system of enrolling 6 partners in order to maximize the binary plan and matching bonuses. So what I'm going to do first, listen, if you've got some partners that probably should be on this call, but you can look at participants at the bottom, and you can see who's not on this call. But you feel like they need to be on this call, please reach out to them, because yes, this call is going to be recorded, but it's nothing like, hearing it firsthand. And so I encourage you to go ahead and do that right now if you have time. But this is a duplicatable system. The key word duplicatable, because if you do not duplicate in this business, you will not make money. And so let's move forward. Now, these are just numbers that reflect what I'm saying. Please don't, sit here and try to memorize these numbers. That's not the important part. The important part is I want you to see what happens if you have consistency, what happens if you have commitment, what happens if you have work ethic, and partner with the right people. Because as we go through this, I got a lot of slides tonight, and so I got to move fast. But I just want you to understand, level 1 on this chart simply represents 6 people that you have found as you started exposing this business to people. Most of the people on our team are customers, and that's the honest truth. When I say customers, I'm not saying that they don't ever bring on aboard any brand partners. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the people that I consider customers are people who mostly are just using the product. So the people that, when we say 6, the 6 partners, we're referring to people that are seeing the vision, okay? So that's what 6 means. Not you might have 50 people that you've enrolled, and that doesn't, so all 50 of them are not the right people. But we're talking about the 6 people that you can count on without a shadow of doubt, that every single month, they're on auto-ship, preferably 2 sleeves. The numbers that are represent right here in this column right here, points generated, reflect these 6 people, getting 2 sleeves a month. A sleeve is 77 points. That's a 30-day supply, 77 points. So if you got 2 yourself, that's 154 points. But there's 6 of them, 6 people that you've enrolled that did that. That generates 924 points. Now, listen, please bear with me. I want to say this for those of you who may not know. I'm a numbers person. And so when it's very important to understand the foundation of how we get to where we're going to get. If you don't understand this, number 1, you won't understand anything else I say. This simply means you have found 6 people, and we're going to go through the process of how you're going to get the right 6. And they each and every month, you can count on them doing 2 sleeves. Okay. And then when you do that, see, you're not going to see a lot of money in the binary. You might see $50 or $100. You might see money from bringing people on board. Like you might bring on a diamond and make 500. Who knows? But I'm not talking about that money. I'm talking about the residual. That's all I'm referring to right now. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to help these people. Keyword help. Help and guide these people to duplicate what you just did. If you had 6 people that you can count on to keep working until they found the right 6 people, you would have 36 people like-minded on your second level. If you multiply that number by 154 points, you're going to get 5,500 points. This is every single month. These are people that every single month they're placing orders. Your binary commissions are going to be somewhere between 200 and 400. I'm going to explain in a minute why I have a range there. This is an exact science, but there is a range of 200 to 400 based on certain things in the binary, okay? If they duplicate, there's 216 on the third level, 1296 on the fourth level. So you see where I'm going. Do you see down here where all this money right here is in the binary? Okay. But notice that once you get to $25,000, now, even though this is the 5th level, this is the points generated in a month. I just said 25,000. I really could say 100,000 because see here, please pay attention here. As you know, in the binary, we're maxed out at $25,000 per week. What if all of these 7,000 people, what if all of their orders went through on the same week? Then you can't make any more than 25,000. But what if it was spread by 4? What if it were over a whole month period of time, a fourth of these spreads? So you probably make somewhere between 45 and 90,000. So I'm giving you the minimum that you're going to make if for some reason all of these people's orders were placed in the same week. I hope you follow what I'm saying. Same thing on the 6th level. So now, if you can understand, this is the foundation. That's why I say, don't worry so much about the numbers. I want you to understand the concept. See, this is a mindset business. Basically, what I just said was this. You get in, you focus on finding the right 6 people, and each one of those people are going to focus on getting the right 6 people. There's not enough room on this page to draw all this out, but do you see what I'm saying? Andrea, let me mute this person right here. Let me mute this person. Thank you. Everybody, please keep your Zooms, your mics muted. But if everybody goes and gets their 6, do you see how you come up with 36 people on the 2nd level? Very simple. Now, so once again, this chart reflects 3 partners on your left and 3 partners on your right, each getting 2 sleeves a month. It also reflects what you're receiving in commissions on each level. Let me back up. See, every level, this does not mean that, what this simply means is that you're getting all of this money, not just what's on the first level, what's on the 2nd, all of this. If people are falling on all these different levels, remember, you're getting paid to infinity, but all these different levels, all of this you're getting paid, okay? So it's a lot of money here. Now, here's the thing. If you maintain the goal of achieving director, we're going to break that down in a moment. There will always be 3 brand partners on your left and 3 brand partners on your right. And if there was a spillover, see, you don't have to always worry about balancing your legs when you got spillover, because these numbers on this chart only reflect what the people that you brought on board. You brought on board, and those people brought some people on board, but guess what? There are other people in your binary that you had nothing to do with. People above you, your sponsor and people above you are bringing people in, and they fall under you and help you create what we call a runaway leg. Look at, I'm going to show you this. I hope you can see this. Do you see this area right here where it says right volume? 586, points. Left leg volume, 887 points, 87,000 points. I took a screenshot from somebody's back office on my team that happens to have this type of volume. Do you see that? 887,000 points. Guess what that means? That person will probably never, ever catch up with that. Therefore, they can always count 660 points from this leg and 330 on the other. See, in order to generate a binary commission, there must be 330 points on one leg and 660 on the other. So this is why, I told you I was going to explain this. This is why there is a range here. Because if you don't have to worry about generating 660 points yourself, you got a runaway leg. You would, instead of you making the 7550 in the binary, you'd be making the 15,000. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, Harvey and I are very fortunate that we came in when we did and we went to work. I don't even keep up with it anymore. I think I got about 14 or 15 million points sitting on one side in the binary, and every week, all the volume that comes in on our left side, we get to count every 100% of it. That is a beautiful thing. And some of you are in the same way. The difference is some of you are not generating the volume that's needed on this side. Where this 586 is, you're not generating the volume. How do you generate the volume on that side to generate money? You got to keep bringing people in. You got to help the people that you brought in bring people in, okay? So since let me back this up. Since the binary commissions max out at 25,000 per week, you will continue to earn 25,000 a week in the binary commissions every week. Once you get this going, here's the key thing. You have to move fast. But let me show you this real quick, because this the part that's gonna blow you away. Remember, once you start maxing this out, this could happen in a year, this could happen 2 years. But wouldn't it be nice to max out the binary commissions and be earning 25,000 a week in the binary? What about the people that are on your first level? Remember, they're duplicating what you're doing. They're doing the same thing you're doing. So that means that they're earning 25,000 a week, but guess what? You earn 25% of what they earn. So 25% of 25,000 is $6,250. Multiply that by 6, and that's how I came up with the 37.5. So this is just your matching bonuses on your first level. There are 36 people on your second level. You're getting 20% of what they earn. They're earning $6,250 as well, but you're getting 20% now. That's $180,000 in a week. And on the third level, we're talking about $1 million. Lord, we don't need that. Nobody needs that kind of money. But what if, it's a lot of money here. What if you succeeded by 50%? Your earnings would still be $661,000 per week, or $132,000 a week if you were only 10% successful. Think about this. If 1 out of 10 people did what you did, that's 10%. 1 out of 10 people did exactly what you did. That's 10%. This is I'm telling you, if you really only understood this, this is mind-boggling to know that if you just followed a system where 10% of the time you were right, and it could earn you 132, go down 6 levels and find you 6 people that would duplicate this system, and then turn around and see what would happen if only 10% of it were right. That's a lot of money, you guys. So listen, you guys, we got to dream big. We got to dream big, because small dreams don't have magic. Listen, the people that are on this call are not the people who want to be customers. They're not the people who just okay with making $1,000 a month. That's not the kind of people that are on this call. The people that are on this call want to get to the millions of dollars. Some of us in network marketing have been in the industry for a long time. I know people that have made $1 million a month. Quite a few, matter of fact, that have made $1 million a month. Not saying that we all have to do that, but I'm trying to let you know, stop playing small. Stop saying, oh, let me get that one sleeve. I had a person this past week, every Friday morning, I start looking at the back office to see who's missing out because they're not doing certain things. And this certain person should have been getting a check for, because she really could be, has a structure of a director. She could have got a check for $25.50 just in the binary, but why didn't she get it? She only want to place one sleeve. All she had to do was place a sleeve, and there was a couple of other people in there that needed to place an order. She would have got a $2,500 check that week. And so what I'm saying is that you don't have to make a lot of money, but at least make what's available to you. So A, a dream, you dream alone is only a dream. But a dream you dream together is reality. So this is the strategy, you guys. For those of you who want to move fast, it's only one way to make the money. I promise you, there's only one way to earn significant money in this business. You got to launch and you got to do it fast. Spend your first 30 to 90 days finding the right 6 people. You got to sort through them. So this is what you do. You set up a launch call and you try to let that call occur within 72 hours from the date you started. And after that, after that launch call, you might want to do another call because, I'm going to go through some instructions in a minute. But after you've exhausted doing launch calls, we still have calls every night. Other means of exposure, opportunity calls, videos, all kinds of stuff. Now, this is what it would look like. You want to be able to look at this. This is your name up here. But you want to be able to look and say, hey, I brought in Ann, Bob, Cindy, David, Evelyn, and Frank. And guess what? They brought in the same thing. They did 6, 1, 2, 3. We see these are 6 people that they brought in. Here's 6 people they brought in. You want to be able to at least look down several levels and just know who these people are. You see, you can't look at your enrollment tree nor your binary to see this, because you gotta say, oh, this person is one of my 6, and then you probably skip 4 or 5 people. Oh, here's my next 6. My next person, that's one of my 6. Everybody you bring on board is not one of your 6. But you want to strive to your first 30 to 90 days. Because see, I went back to look at me and Harvey's structure, and the people that I consider my 6, 4 of them came in within our first 30 days. But the other ones came in within, the second month. So what I'm saying is you want to know who your 6 are at all time. These people should always be on auto ship. Now let me move to the next slide. This is what you want to do. You want to first make a list of a minimum of 100 names. You may not be able to come up with 100 the first day, but you go through your phone, you start thinking of people that you work with. You think of people that are in your family. You think about people that that you do business with, your insurance agent, people like that. You start thinking about your people you went to college with, people you went to high school with, people in your neighborhood. You could be able to come up with a list of 100 people. But what you want to focus on, if you want to, really accelerate your business, is focus on people just like you. Focus on people that you like to be around, okay? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm around people that are, it depends on what I'm trying to do. But if I'm trying to do business, if I'm working on business, I want to be around people who are focused. Look at this. High energy people, outgoing. Most people who are successful are high energy and they're outgoing. You're looking for people with strong leadership skills, because we're trying to duplicate a system. If you're not able to lead people, you may not be that successful. And then you want the people that you're bringing on board to be have leadership skills as well. Strong communication skills, easy to talk to, entrepreneurial skills, risk takers. Many people who are willing to start their own business of some sort, they're risk takers. And that's a good characteristic to have. People that have MLM experience, that is a plus. If they've ever been in network marketing before, there's a lot of stuff they've learned. If they've ever plugged in, there's a lot of stuff they've learned that's given them a head start. People that are financially stable, you do not realize how significant it is that you don't have to worry about somebody's auto ship going out. Now, we always tell people, stop thinking small and worrying about how to pay your auto ship. The goal is to accumulate enough partners such that the residual income covers your auto ship. That should never be an issue. That should never be an issue. If you brought, you don't even have to bring a lot of people in to cover your auto ship. So, but some people take whatever they're making in the business and try to pay their bills with. This is supposed to be extra money, you guys. We're trying to leave a legacy for our family. So it's very important that you establish enough residual to cover at least your auto ship. Because one day, a lot of people are going to fall under you And you're gonna want to stay active. You don't want those points to flush. Self-motivated, people that are motivated on their own. You don't have to call them, excuse me, you don't have to call them and ask them to get on a call, or call them and ask them to do their authorship, whatever, or call them and ask them to start, helping them, bring people on board. People that are influential, who can get people to take action. Doesn't mean that you're some famous person. It just means you're able to get people to take action. Not saying that everybody you bring on board is going to have all of these characteristics. I'm just giving you some pointers as to the kind of people that will accelerate your business. So we talked about this a few weeks ago, but basically the power of 6 is nothing but creating a director factory. Because remember, to get to director, you've got to have 6. Let me go over the structure again. Remember, just to get to manager, you got to have 2 civils on your left, 2 civils on the right, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about 6. Notice, in order to get director, you got to have 3 people on your left. One of them must become a manager. And to become a manager, they must either come in as a gold or upgrade to a gold or higher. The people on your right, 2 silvers plus another director. Oh, that's senior director. Sorry about that. The people on your right, 2 silvers, and then a person who became manager. This is the structure for director. Notice from going to director to senior director, you didn't even have to bring any more people in. You just had to help these people that were managers become directors. They're just going to do exactly what you said, which goes back to what I said about being duplicatable. Okay. You're not going to stop enrolling people, but you got to help these 6. Do you see what I'm saying? Help these 6, just duplicate. Matter of fact, if you're doing this right, all of these people are hitting director. We're creating a director factory, you guys. So then let's talk about structure. Solidify your structure by ensuring that your partners are on auto ship. After upgrading to diamond, utilize the maintenance pack from then on. Take inventory of what you already have in your structure. In other words, if you've got bronzes, upgrade them to silver. Everybody may not be able financially to upgrade all the way to gold and diamond, but upgrade these people every time you have an opportunity to do it. I had a gentleman who really just financially distraught, but his vision and his motivation and his self-motivation was so strong that he worked his way up to a diamond, and he hadn't even been in the business for 6 weeks. He worked his way up. He started retailing in advance, retailing, sleeves, and collecting $150 from some of those people who were slow to say they wanted to join. He didn't worry about that. Zell me $150. I'll bring your package over. And guess what he did? He got the money together. I had the inventory, and he got that stuff to them right away and had money left over because of what he was charging people. Where there's a will, there's a way. Some people that are self-motivated like that. Now, I want to introduce this to you all because some people may not be familiar with this. It's called a maintenance pack. See, and I talked about 2 sleeves, in the binary, in the power 6, but the comp plan says that you have to have 110 points. So 2 sleeves is 154, but this is what I like about the maintenance pack. See, if you're on auto ship, I don't care if unless you're a diamond and been a diamond for less than 90 days, but even if you're on auto ship, what's going to happen every single month? If you're on auto ship, the week that your auto ship is due, if you wake up on Monday morning like I do and look at your back office, it's going to say, let's just give you an example. Let's say if you're a senior director, Monday morning, if your auto ship is Wednesday or Thursday, guess what it's going to say? It's going to say, you're not even a manager. Why are you not even a manager? Because you haven't even run your auto ship. But you say, well, why would they say I'm not a manager when my auto ship is coming out Wednesday or Thursday? Because for some reason, the way this works, the company does not count your volume until the auto ship runs, right? But come Wednesday, all of a sudden you senior director again. That's your personal choice. I don't like looking at my back office and seeing that. So guess what I do? The week that my auto ship runs, I will say, you know what? I'm gonna run my auto ship today. I have to see what's happening in my back office. When I say that, I mean people are signing up. You're getting binary commissions. You don't even know where your binary commissions are. You don't know what your matching bonuses are. And maybe that may not be that significant to some people, but for me, it's very significant because that's how I strategize certain things, and I'm always watching the back office. But what I do now, once that happened to me twice, because Harvey and I had just hit presidential director that particular week before. But guess what happened? That Sunday midnight, we had hit senior presidential director at that particular time. The next morning, it said, "You're not manager." And I said, "What? That's impossible." So of course, we had just, I shouldn't say we had just got started, but we did hit presidential pretty quickly. So I called my sponsor and trying to understand, why is it saying this when we're on auto ship? And he said, because the company doesn't count your volume until the order actually runs. So I said, "Oh no, I'm placing my order today." So I placed the order, pushed my auto ship out 30 days. Now, happened again the next month. And I said, "This is annoying." But so what we did when we found out about the maintenance pack, watch this. The maintenance pack, which is the same characteristics as the diamond pack, the maintenance pack allows you to pay for 6 months in advance, but you're going to save $200. Let me show you what I mean. You're going to get 9 sleeves of X39, or you can get X49 if you want some. You can diversify that package. But 9 sleeves, how much does 9 sleeves cost? $900 plus tax and shipping, right? And then, but they only charge you $749, plus you're going to, so that's $150 savings right away. Plus you're not getting shipments every month. So that's going to save you, well, let's say $6 time, 5 more shipments. That's $30. So let's just round this off and say this is almost like $710 or something like that, minus the 9. You've saved about $200 by just getting the maintenance pack. Here's the key thing about the maintenance pack. It doesn't tell you you're inactive on Monday morning. You know why? Because you paid for it in advance. You paid for your product in advance. So just like with the diamond pack, you paying for it in advance. That's why they can't say that you're not active anymore. Now, I don't recommend anybody do the maintenance pack unless you've already upgraded to diamond. And the reason I say that is because there's more benefits in the diamond package than there are in the maintenance package. If you're a diamond, you sign up another diamond, guess what? You make $500. If you're not a diamond and you sign up somebody as a diamond, you only make $200. So that difference of 300 rolls up to somebody above you. That's why I would never say get on a maintenance. I don't never tell people to get on a maintenance pack. I'm just letting them know what's available. But you would not want to do a maintenance pack unless you've exhausted all your upgrades. I don't recommend upgrading to platinum because there's no benefits in platinum except for it's $84 a sleeve. Now, pay attention. This is there's several maintenance packs in your back office, but maintenance pack 3 that gives you 110 points a month, not the one that gives you 77 points a month. That's not helping you. You need the one that gives you at least 110 points per month for 6 months. Isn't it a beautiful thing? This is September 11th. You would not have to place an order, say, October, November, December, January, February, March. You will not have to place another order till March the 11th if you got the maintenance pack today. But don't do it until your order is due. If you want to do this, and even, whatever you like to do, I'm just letting you know what's available. All right. And the reason I'm bringing this maintenance pack up is because we're talking about the power of 6. We're talking about, and I'm just telling you, because how many people did I help try to qualify for Punta Cana? How many people have I helped trying to get them as senior director? You feel bad when you worked really hard and then all of a sudden there's people in your structure that's not placed their order that week because they're not on auto ship, and it makes you your structure fall apart. And this is why I'm emphasizing, put yourself in a situation where you never go inactive, never. Okay. Now, why would you want to Let me move this thing out of my way because I can't see. Why would you want to get promoted to different ranks? Because as a manager, see, if you're not even manager, the most you're gonna make every week is $100. You're gonna max out at $100 per week. Just like I gave you the example of the person that had $2,500 sitting in her back office, she could have gotten that money because she literally has the structure of a director. But she didn't, I don't know. I can't speak for other people. But you max out at $100. If you're a manager, you max out at $1,500 a week. As a director, you max out at $2,500 a week. You know, I'm always reminding people on the team, there's something missing in your structure because you really should be a director. You know, you got money sitting there and you just need to do something to correct that situation. And they know what I'm referring to. But you guys, there's money on the table. Don't leave it on the table. Now, I want to give you a couple of action items. I want you to make a decision right now because this is time sensitive right here. We have an event in Atlanta coming up this next week, next Saturday, next Friday for managers and above. There's going to be a leadership training, and the people that are, everybody is going to be there Saturday, next Saturday. I don't have a flyer sitting right here, but if you go to digitalalliance101.com and click on upcoming events, you will see that flyer. You got to register for this event for $35. You guys, some of the best trainers in this company are going to be training, you know, in that event. And for only $35, we paid a lot of money to go to the This Is It convention. So for $35, and I promise you, you're going to get some great training, but the tickets are going fast, you guys. And this event will sell out. Go to digitalalliance101.com and get registered to come to Atlanta. If you don't live here, everybody from Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, you all should be there. You don't have, we're not saying you shouldn't come if you're in other cities. I can understand how that could be, you know, cost prohibitive at, you know, especially if you haven't already planned to come. But for those people that are within driving distance, you really need to be here. So, and decide on your goal. You guys, there's going to be some huge announcements made at the convention in Dallas in October. But I'm telling you, it's gonna provide momentum. It's going to propel your business if you take advantage of it. So go ahead and decide on your goal or your rank for October, November, and December. Let's think big, remember? So listen, I wanted to say this. We have work to do. And one thing I just want people to really, you know, get better at is understanding why they have to do this fast. Because when you first get into the business, that's the best time to start your business. I mean, to launch your business because you're the most excited. Think about when you first heard about this patch and how you felt, how excited you were. If you could go back to that time, I know you would do something different. But I'm trying to explain to you, that's the best time to do it. I remember when Harvey and I first got started, we were in Milwaukee on had no intentions. When we flew in that Thursday, we know nothing about doing this business. But because we tried to patch and what it did to Harvey on the very first night, it got our attention. Ken kept sending us, get on this training this Saturday. We signed up that Saturday. But that Friday, we made a decision of the package we were going to get. I did some numbers and came up with, we doing the diamond pack. But that Saturday we signed up. Guess what? That Monday, we just thought of some people and said, get on this call. And we had a private launch call. It wasn't a real launch, but in a way it was. And because of that, we were able to sign up several diamonds that first week. But guess what? We did it when we were excited. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. Take advantage of the energy and excitement that you have and do the same. Don't hesitate to guide your new people and tell them what to do. If you don't tell them what to do, they don't know what to do. You've got to, don't hold back and let them know what to do. And they're going to say, well, what, you know, if you don't do that, they're going to say, well, why didn't you tell me to do that? And when you say, well, I just didn't know, I just didn't think you would do it. Let them make that decision. That's their decision. if you don't launch them, I promise you, they're not going to move fast because it takes, I showed you in the Power of Six, it takes too much time. Let me go back to it. It takes a long time to get to the money. See, the residual, look how long it takes you. I mean, $400 a month, that's not no money. But when you start making over $1,000, this is not even a month. This is the third level. They could be all of these together. But look how long it takes to start making $1,000. You got to have 200 something in residual. Now, keep in mind, there may be people that may not even be part of your team spilling over, and you can get paid on that. And so all I'm saying is that the money is once you is long term. You got to get this thing down there, and it can happen. You know, Harvey and I. Let me see. This doesn't tell you what month, but by the time we got to, you know, presidential director, we were already making this kind of money per week. You see what I'm saying? So but you got to do it fast, and you got to have the vision to keep going, keep going until, but can you imagine what your life would be like if you just get the right people? I'm going to stop talking because I want to allow some of the people on the call who may be new or maybe not even new, but just have questions about structure or things they can do to accelerate their business. Anybody have any questions, or if any leaders that may want to provide any insight, because I'm just talking here, but other leaders are on this call that may want to provide some insight, to the people on the call. We got some legends on this call. We got Alonzo Fair and Tina Fair on the call. Let's see who else we got on this call. Come on, y'all. We got Jeffrey Payton, Senior Director out of Atlanta on this call. We've got Juanita Kraft, Executive Director on this call. We've got Monique Davis Dotson, Senior Director out of Houston on this call. We've got some leaders, so feel free to jump right on in and share some insight with everybody.
Hey, Verdita.
Hey.
Go ahead,
How are you? Okay, cool. Hey, listen, Verdita, first of all, thank you for putting in on this call. This is probably the best and really one of the most outstanding trainings that, you offer. And, we're really, really, really excited to be a part of it. But I just want to share with everybody that excitement is really the key to this entire movement. If you're excited about the way the product works, share that excitement with somebody, even if you don't know what you're talking about. If you're excited about the fact that you can make some money with it, share that excitement with whomever you want to talk to, whoever you're talking to about making that money. I mean, this is really a once in a lifetime chance to change your life. Those numbers that Verdita just put up, those are incredible money-making numbers. But when you think about the fact that, first of all, this is a opportunity for Millionaire 101, and it doesn't cost anything. People pay thousands of dollars for this invaluable information, and end up going into financial debt to have to pay these financial loans back for information that doesn't even equate to this value. Just know that this opportunity, it reaps with benefit, generational benefit. Get excited, get busy, put your foot on the gas, take your foot off. Look, God can't steer a parked car, and if you really, really believe, then take advantage of this. I mean, my excitement level just, shot through the roof just being on this call. It gave me a different insight for what's to come in the near future. I can't motivate you. You got to be motivated yourself. But find your why. Find your reason why. I talked to a lady earlier today. She's got this lady's already successful. She's got property in South Carolina and down in Miami. And she inherited this property from people that, have gone on, and passed away. But she said that Jeff, I don't want to lose my property because it was sentimental to me, and she gave this beautiful story. And I told her, I said, that's your why right there. So she hung up the phone after we got off the phone. She hung up the phone to have a meeting with her husband so that now she can come back and know how to do this business correctly. See, the leadership in this opportunity it supersedes any other leadership that I've been a part of before. And I could babble all night about it, but I just want you all to stay excited. Get excited, lift your energy level up and make this happen. If you're going to spend 8 hours on the job every day, spend 4 hours building your fortune in the evening. So with that being said, thank you, Verdita. I'm sorry for jumping in there like that.
Oh, no, you were perfect. And you know what? Let me say a couple of things about Jeffrey. He's talking, walking a walk. He just got back from Ohio and sacrificed some time to be with some family up there, and he stayed up there a whole week. But this is the gentleman, in case you all wonder, I always talk about somebody that had the pacemaker. This is the gentleman right here. And this business, this technology has changed his life.
No
And there
doubt.
have been times when I've seen him in tears because he was so grateful about what it did. So thank you for sharing your vision, Jeffrey, and your energy is contagious. Thanks again for sharing. And
Absolutely.
all right. And then I also see Monique Dotson jumping on. Go ahead, Miss.
Yes, hello, hello. I wanted to say thank you, most fearless leader. You are always on point, always just excellent in presentation and leadership. And I know that I don't only speak for myself, I speak for everybody on this call because you do walk the walk. And so I want to thank you for that. I want to say that I do agree with Jeffrey. It is the energy and the excitement. And the energy and excitement is because you are going to change somebody's life and you are blessing them. You get excited just for that alone. The money is just the icing on the cake, right? Because the more you bless people, the more you're able to, earn financially. That's a blessing. So I wanted to say this. This is what I got excited about. I read this the other day on the Business for Home, the article with David Smith, right? And when Verdita, being an SPD, she knows some inside things that will be revealed. But just reading this article, so I highly recommend that you go read the article. Moving from a health technology company to a lifestyle technology company. There are so many things in the pipeline, and I just got excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're a part of that. And as people come on, it's not just going to be about the patch. It is so much more. And so when you are positioned correctly, as Verdita is saying, make directors, or whatever you need to do, then you're going to see. I was explaining this to someone, and I'm going to stop really quickly. When you do that 330, 660, and I want to say this, I am not a networker, right? If I didn't put that patch on my daughter and see how her pain went away, I cannot thank my mom, Verdita, and my dad for sending the patches that I didn't even know was coming in the mail. So thank you for that. But when I get excited by that because I get to share that story over and over and over again, and I get to bless people. But I was telling someone, I didn't know much about it. But what I did figure out is that when that 330 and that 660 hit at the same time, and you're sleeping and you wake up and it's like 50, 50, 50, 50, it's like pulling the lever. If I don't gamble, but if you go and you did a slot machine and it says 777 and you earn something, it's just like that. But when you get your structure, you get to see that lever of that 50, 50, 50 continues to happen. And it is a blessing to so many people. So I want to say thank you. Make sure that you guys read that article, because if you're not excited by what we already have, it'll get you even more excited. And the last thing, please support me, because I am going to be doing the Friday presentation at noon Eastern and 11 a.m. Central. So get your people, because they're going to get this excitement. All right. God bless you. Thank you, Verdita.
Y'all, please support Monique on Friday. We have that Friday lunchtime Zoom. A lot of people are eating lunch. and whatever. And but we better show up and support her. This is my bonus daughter. I'm gonna tell you, she went senior director faster than any other person on our team did, and I'm really excited about that. So and like she said, she's not a networker, but she had that passion and she really loves this patch. So, but you know what? I want to say this before you start talking about, Monique, talking about perfectly positioned. This is, I always go back to the money part, but think about this. This is what's so beautiful about a binary. You don't know who knows who knows who that keeps going down. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, a person hits your binary that just happens to just be a networker or something. I mean, because it's about to happen, again. I mean, things keep happening where somebody who brings in all of a sudden brings 200 or 300 people on board because they had a network in place from another company. Any of us, that could happen to any of you. And if you happen to be under, I mean, if you happen to be above somebody who brought this in somewhere, those binaries go left, right, left, but they could be somebody on your 10th level. All that volume rolls up to you guys, and you get paid every time that thing hit 330. Boom, sighting. All right. Seems like somebody else is trying to unmute themselves. Is that Tina? Hey, Tina, do you want to say something? Senior Director out of Atlanta. You have to unmute yourself, Tina. Not sure. Oh, there she
Hey,
goes.
Verdita, there I
Hey.
am. Hey, everybody, I'm zooming in from Atlanta. And I just want to say this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You see Verdita on this call, giving her time. She is an outstanding leader with a heart of gold. I'm so grateful to have her mentorship. She is the epitome of a leader at the top of this business who, and all of our leaders are selfless. You have a support system. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. And sometimes you can only take advantage of that opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity. I just want to talk to anybody who is on the fence. Listen, folks, this is a technology company, a 20-year-old company, not a fly-by-night, okay? We have the scientist and inventor who is the CEO. There is no other technology like this on the planet. David Schmidt has done with pharmaceutical companies, have spent millions of dollars and years have not been able to do. And it's drug-free, it's holistic, and we have a business opportunity here. Anybody that's on the fence, I want to ask you one question. If you keep doing what you're doing today, working for the job you're working for, the boss you're working for, do you have an opportunity to be a millionaire next year? If the answer is no, then please get back with the person who put you on this call today. And everybody, the existing business partners, even myself included, we have to get serious about our business, get serious about learning our back office, and do not underestimate the amount of time you need to spend learning your business. The sky is the limit. So that's all I want to say. And I just want to encourage everyone to get on board with LifeWave.
Wow,
Today.
Tina, I feel like, I swear to God, I feel like I just went to church now. All these people preaching to me. Wow. But you know what? One of the things that all three of you just said is the energy. I had to go to the mall today to get some makeup, and I was at the MAC counter, and then I was the only person in there. And so this girl, we were talking. I can't even remember exactly. Only thing I'm trying to say is this. I was pleasant, and I was, some kind of way I started talking about, well, we were talking about business and stuff. I said, yeah, I'm an interior designer, but I really wanted to shift my focus on really just using my talent to help other people. I said, my husband and I are doing pretty well with a company that has stem cell technology. And I just asked her, are you familiar with that? Turns out this girl is into naturopath. You know, she's not a naturopath, but she's into natural. She's all into that. Oh my gosh, she was all over this. And then, you know, you can't educate people on it in one little conversation, but I didn't even, because I didn't even mention anything that there was nothing in the patches. Something she said about they got patches for everything. Now I said, yeah, but there's nothing in this patch. There's nothing depositing into your body, whereas other patches, they're depositing stuff into your body. Not only that, there was something that had something to do with, I don't know what the patch was, but this is doing everything, not just one thing, and there's nothing in it. So once again, just like Tina said, I think it's underestimated how significant this technology is. This is literally, there's a reason that we're the fastest growing network marketing company in the world. There's a reason. It's because the patch works. So I don't want to end the call right now because it's getting good. Is there anybody else that would like to come on, share some? You know, we got some new people that just need to be inspired. Anybody want to provide any more inspiration or even excitement or something that happened to you this week? You know, anything like that?
Verdine, I want to come back and say something else.
Okay.
All right, real quick. You were talking earlier. I know I got on the call a little bit late, but I think I heard the tail end of you saying that it's important to enroll correctly, right? Whereby make sure you pick the right package for you. All right. Verdita made it clear that she and Harvey came in at the diamond pack, right?
Mhm.
Regina and I were the blind leading the blind. We started off at the silver. A week later, we upgraded to gold. And a few days later, we upgraded to diamond. So we went through all three packages, but within 1 month, we knew that we had to be diamond, period. Now, the reason we had to be diamond because it was more money, it was simpler, it made more sense. And then the people who were around us, they were also coming, you know, starting as diamond. You know, Regina's auntie called her up. This lady said, well, what's the biggest package? And after we told her what it was, she said, well, I'm going to do that one. She got in. She started signing up diamonds, like 4 or 5 diamonds came in at the up underneath her, including her daughter, her friend out of Detroit, Detroit. So just look at how that happened. I mean, it was like watching a ping pong ball bounce around and people are all popping up in your downline from all over the place. Now, if that don't excite you, right? And this was all happening before we learned how to go into our back office and follow our system, follow the system. It was money in our pay portal before we actually even knew it was there, that this was a money-making or a lucrative money-making opportunity as it was. So guys, listen, I'm gonna close with this. Pick your package, don't delay, right? Jump on board. Don't, as a matter of fact, take no excuses and let nobody minimize your opportunity, because there's gonna be some people out there that try to tell you that what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing. So trust and believe that everybody under the sound of my voice is in the right place at the right time, and you got to blow up with it. Just believe beyond belief that this is for you. That being said, Verdine, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get off this call.
Jeffrey, can you
Yes.
share your video for a second?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say this because see, the key to this business, you know, I promise you, I forgot to say this, that the lady I was talking to earlier today is that I didn't spend so much time giving details. I told testimonies. That's just me. You cannot be in my presence unless I give you about 2 or 3 testimonies, and I make them short testimonies. But then I want to, y'all gonna remember this person now. I'm gonna tell you his testimony because he take too long to tell me it. So I'm gonna tell his testimony really quick. Let me say, this is Jeffrey.
Take it away,
Jeffrey,
Verdita.
Jeffrey is the person that I talk about on the call where for 10 years he was diabetic, and but he was taking like about 5 insulin shots per day. That's pretty serious. And then about 4 years ago, he had a stroke. And long story short, all the issues going on, they would not let him leave the hospital without a pacemaker and defibrillator. Well, when he was introduced to the patch about 20-something months ago, within 3 days, his glucose numbers became normalized. So it reduced his injections down from 5 to 0 to maybe 1 or whatever, but it was not 5 a day. It was
It was as needed, as needed.
as needed, but it was mostly none. And
Right.
then he was seeing the cardiologist every 6 weeks. And after the 6 weeks was up this time, now keep in mind, he'd been going to cardiologist 3 years, but when he went this time, the cardiologist came out and said, Mr. Payton, what are you doing? And he says, what do you mean? And he says, your heart is no longer relying on this pacemaker. I've never seen nothing like this before. What's going on? That's a true story, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's all fact.
Yeah. And so he gets into, when he tells it to her, so he gets into the A1C and all these different things. And that's good because, everybody don't even know what that means, but they understand that he's no longer relying on that pacemaker. They understand that.
That's right.
You can't tell Jeffrey this doesn't work.
Mhm.
His story is so strong. I mean, nobody can, no, he's not going to stop telling other people when it's changed his life.
Mhm.
Do you understand what we're doing? We're changing people's lives here, you guys.
Exactly.
And this
Exactly.
is why, and I promise you, Steve Merritt, when he came here in December of 2022, he looked in us eyes and he said, all of y'all gonna be senior presidential directors.
Mhm.
He said it
Mhm.
just like that. And
Mhm.
I looked at, I'm saying, didn't necessarily seem that it was reachable, but he said it. And if you all stick around and stay connected to calls like this, I don't even know too many calls like this, but if you stick stay plugged in and
Mhm.
stay and keep getting on the opportunity calls with a guest or
That's
more.
right. That's right.
Sometimes I have 3
Verdita,
and 4 guests on it.
this call is like our bi-weekly Saturday in-person meeting. You don't
Right.
get it like this unless you're in person or on this this particular Power of 6 Zoom, because this Power of 6 carries a lot of power, and I'm a thorough believer in the Power of 6 and your creative genius to come up with this and be able to explain it to where a fifth grader could understand it. So listen, keep up your work as a ministry,
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
absolutely.
One of these days, y'all gonna be looking back and I said, "Ooh," y'all gonna say, I remember when I was making $5,000 a week. That's what y'all gonna be saying. And then you're gonna be making 30 and 40 if you stick with it
That's
per
it.
week.
That's it. That's it.
What's his name? Mike Hernandez has a 10th grade education. In other words, it doesn't take that many people. At the convention, he says, stand up. If I brought you in and you're making $1 million a year.
Hmm.
I think about 8 people stood up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Didn't let you know it didn't have to be a lot. How many, and he called on this person, say this person was Mike. Mike, how many people that you can say that are making 6 figures a year under you? Like 5 people. It was not a lot of people, you guys. It's the quality because they're going to duplicate. The key to this business is duplication. The key to this business is excitement. The key to this business is commitment. The key to this business is passion. The key to this business is consistency. It's not hard. It's just being disciplined. That's all. Anybody else got any more questions or comments before we end the call?
Yeah, this is Tyrone. I have a testimony.
Yes, Mr. Tyrone.
Of course, I'm relatively new to Lightwave. I'm very excited. So we had a short meeting earlier this afternoon, and nobody knew it that was on the Zoom. I was actually coming from the dentist. I actually had a bottom wisdom tooth pulled. So I was in a lot of pain, and I talked to some of the new team members that recently joined, and I was talking to Phyllis, and I told her, I said, Phyllis, I'm gonna talk to you, after the call, but I can't talk too long because my mouth is really bothering me. And she said, well, I was in unbelievable pain. So she said, Tyrone, she reminded me, she said, you got that ice wave patch, don't you? I said, yeah. She said, put it on your jaw, the bottom of your jaw. And I said, I'm gonna do that. So between Deanna's suggestion that I gargle with peroxide and Phyllis suggesting that I put an ice wave patch on, my tooth isn't even, but my gum is not even bothering me anymore. And it took less than 5 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, wisdom teeth, that is no joke, but that just shows you the power of that ice wave. Thank you so much. No wonder you were so quiet on that call, Tyrone. I was wondering why you were so quiet. It was because you had a wisdom teeth. I can't even believe you did that. Oh my God. You're the one that scheduled the call and everything. But thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad hopefully you're gonna, take that. If you have the Eon patch, put that on too for inflammation. That'll be good. But all right, you guys, listen, we're gonna end the call for now. It's after 10. Thank you so much. This call is recorded. I'll download it and get it out to you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to support Monique on Friday. All right, Friday lunchtime on the Stephen Gina's call. This is it team.com. Go to Friday and there's the link. Take care.
Good night.